Alright, my Joseph's blacksmith is now a Titan and not a blacksmith. I am woefully disappointed in the blacksmith. The only good nodes are the nodes they stole from POE 1's Chieftain. The fire on hit is trash, the living weapon is trash, the anvil is trash, and in my opinion, the only reason people are using the body armor stuff is because the other options are trash. So you have one good node on the blacksmith because the other ones need to be reworked and redesigned and fixed. And then everything else is trash. You're forced to use a white body armor because you have nothing else to do with your ascendancy points. So I switched over to the Titan, primarily for hulking form. 50% increase attack of small passives. I was expecting this to go to 5, but it went to 4 instead. I ran the math in my head. 3, increase that by 50%. You get 4.5. Everybody knows you round up, right? You round up. You don't round down. Why the fuck are you rounding down, POE 2? Why are you being a dick? Round the fuck up. Are you going to, if it's like 4.99999, are you going to round it down to 4? When do you round up? When do you don't round up? That's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up if you ask me. But anyways, this is just going to be a little intro to the build I put together later. I memed it up, and I wanted to see how much attack speed I can get. And I was going to run it with Mjolnir, but then I remembered that Mjolnir requires fucking 20 int. And now that I'm no longer a blacksmith, I don't have the resistances to do that. So I memed it up with the attack speed, which was originally going to be for the Mjolnir. And I'm just going to run a map because I worked, to get this attack speed. I might as well meme it up in a map where I'm going to instantly die. But I can fly through the map like, something that flies really fast. So I'm just going to run this Savannah T15. It's only got a couple mods on it. And we're just fucking chilling. We're just having a good time. Blasting through the map. And instantly dying. We're just chilling, blasting through the map, and then instantly dying. Let's get past these sons of bitches. Let's get past. Oh, I got a leap. It's kind of pointless if you don't have defenses or offenses. But it is hilarious. It is hilarious. Now I'm gonna make this into a build, which is what the rest of the video will be, but I figured I'd pop in here, die a few times, meme it up a little bit, show what it's like to not have max cap resistances if you get I'm at level 92. I don't intend on leveling up again. I got Claire Obscure 32, whatever that is. I got Dark 82. I got 2 of the games I got to pick up. I'll be done with Fastness. I'll do this pretty quickly. I'm done with a few other games that I'm working on. But I'll get this build cooking so I have something to pop into and play before I do that. And I will end that after this. Just wanted to, I didn't want all of this maximum taxes to go unenjoyed. Figured I'd make a quick little video showing me running around at the speed of sound, being super fast. Might be the fastest build in the game. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of games. I'm a busy guy at work, and I'm gonna hang out with the missus and friends, and then I repeat infinitely. And all that life living really does. But it's very spazzy. It's also very good. Very, very good. If you want to not play a build, close your eyes and let Jesus take the wheel. This is what you need. Close your eyes. Let Jesus. It's up to him to get you through it because you're not going to do it yourself. You're not going to get that shit done. So yeah, very quick. Very fast. I like it a lot. So on, we're going to count how long it takes to walk from here to there. This is my speed test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to count it the other way. 1, Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. It's obviously not a build, right? I feel that maybe I don't preface that enough because there's an expectation that every video on Path of Exile 2 is a build video, and almost none of my videos are build videos. I might say like build attempt, and you know, but none of these are actual build videos. I'll put build in the title, and I'll make sure that everyone knows it's a build video if I make a build. But for the most part, I just dig around. Alright, so that is the attack speed. I went through and I grabbed as much attack speed as I could muster, right? You got the skill speed here. We got these attack speed nodes here. Attack speed here. Attack speed there. Attack speed here. Attack speed here. Skill speed here. And this guy is huge for attack speed. I almost want to go to a boss, but I have another video where I fight a boss with this. You can see it there. But these guys getting 6 on unique enemies is pretty nice. Pretty freaking nice, if you ask me. Now, anyways, I'm going to respec this to make it an actual build. Another reason I'm a Titan is this bad boy, Unwavering Stance. I totally forgot this jewel existed, and then I saw the Titan King. I forget his name. Starts with the C. He has this Titan with 2 big freaking maces, and I think each one has +7 to skills, and he cranked up the AoE, and he is just destroying everything with Leap Sam. And I noticed he had this little jewel here, and I thought it would be super expensive because the shit you get here is so powerful. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. One little guy here is saving me, what is that, 4 points? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's saving me 4 travel nodes, which if you think about it is for 8, 12, you know, fucking 18 attack speed. So it's gaining 18 attack speed. So that's how you can look at this. So if it says, if you had a jewel that said gain 4 passive points or gain 18 attack speed, you would be like, yeah, that's jewel is best in slot. So that is what it's doing with these 4 skills. And it is allowing me to grab a ton of damage. That's 90 plus 120. You know, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Now we have life regeneration out the wazoo, and then we also have life recovery rate, which is a little bit different. I don't know how the math works, but life recovery rate is like the rate of all recovery, and life regeneration rate is just the rate at which your life regenerates. So I'm pretty sure life recovery rate also applies to leeches and all that kind of stuff. Probably also applies to time of need. So that 540 life is increased by 15% when you get it. Might be a little bit different, might be a little bit whack, but anyways. This was a big part of why I picked the Titan. Fantastic. And I thought it would be super expensive, but it was only 2 divines, which is, you know, the last of my 2 divines. So I'm going to turn this into a build. I'm probably going to drop... Actually, I don't need to say what I'm going to do, because after this, you'll see the build. Alright, prepare yourself today. It is a rough talking day. I'm going to be saying the wrong words. I am going to be slurring. But I hope you guys liked that little meme I did for you. The little attack speed meme. I have now adjusted to build. To be a real build. So let's take a look at what I have done. Attack speed and reduce cost right here. Very sexy. I'm grabbing these bad boys because 12% of physical damage is extra fire is pretty nice. And these are 21% increased damage against burning enemies, and my biggest problem is going to be bosses. They are going to be burning pretty much the entire time, so that is a big chunk of damage against bosses. We have one hands, we have strength, we have never miss, we have low life, we have life regeneration, attack speed. I would really like to get these life regeneration rates as well. I'm hoping I won't need them, but you know, if I level up a little bit more, that's probably where I'm going. And if I start dying from needing life regeneration, I can unspec out of there and swing up in there. But for now, I'm just going to be trying to rely on that. And that is going to put me at 210 life regeneration, which I hope is enough to offset the cost of me spending my spells with life instead of mana partially. We got one-handed damage. We got low life damage. These are big boys with the Titan. 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45. That's a lot of 45s. That's why I switched to Titan, because I think the Smith Katava is actually a pretty lame class. And I pathed this way to get these 3 18% instead of 2 attribute nodes. I figured not all my damage is elemental, but there's a pretty good chunk. It's about a 50-50 split between physical and elemental. Physical damage, we got like 5,000. Okay, shit, fire damage, my bad. You do more. You do more fire damage. You do you. And this finishes up my block. It's kind of nice for block. I'm just grabbing those nodes there and these 2 nodes right here, and then giving myself 50%. I mean, double block chance, and I'm at 75. That's really, really easy to get that. And then this is going to do pretty much just as much damage as a second weapon, if not more. So that's really nice. Of course, the downside is it cost 38 divines, and it took me like 8 days to farm for. But I am now at in-game, so I want in-game items. This guy is really strong for bosses. 24% increased damage against uniques, 24, and then each one of these bad boys is 6% increased attack speed against uniques, and then that guy right there is pretty solid as well. Get more attack speed, and that is how I set it up. I freaking pulling hair out all goddamn day, trying to figure out what is the best way to path through here. I was pathing this way, then I was pathing through here, and then I came across like the Titan Leap Slam Gods channel. Starts with the C. Don't remember his name. I don't remember anyone's name, so it's not all slide on the guy. Really like his channel and his videos, and I saw that he was using this, and I completely forgot that this existed. I completely forgot that From Nothing existed. And this tech is so damn strong for low life and getting this life regeneration. I'd recommend this for every single build. Every single build. Let's just say that you are way the fuck up here as a chronomancer, and you grab this node. This life regeneration rate is right here. Recovery rate. This is going to apply to your recoup. It's going to be really strong for your recoup. And then this is a freaking, what is this, 90 plus 120, that's 210% increased damage against enemies that are on low life. 210% increased damage. Now imagine if this helmet, when you read this helmet, it says 95 life, 19 chaos res, enemies in your presence count as being on low life. Instead of it saying enemies in your presence count as being on low life, if it said 210% damage and life regeneration rate, you would kind of understand the power. Now, sure, you do have to spec your points into it, so it's not like 100% free, but this is 110 damage that you can get from a jewel with conjunction of the life recovery rate. I mean, this is insane. I'm so glad I watched that guy's video. This made me happy. It was only 2 divines, too. For the amount of power you get, that's a pretty good 2 divine jewel. All my other jewels are pretty basic. They're getting attack speed. I try to stack the melee damage if you've dealt projectile hit in the past 8 seconds, and pair that up with hit that G button, volcanic eruption, because these are projectiles. Has a projectile tag. These are going to fire projectiles, and these are not expensive. No one's really grabbing this increased melee damage if you've dealt projectile damage recently. So you can get attack damage, attack speed, and that all stacked into one jewel. So it ends up being like pretty close to 30% increased damage and 4% increased attack speed. Really strong jewels if you work it out that way. Of course, the bottom line is only going to work for bosses because they're the only ones you're going to hit with those projectiles. And yeah, I only needed 2 jewels, so there's only 2 jewels I got. Yeah, that's it. In terms of the gear, as I was saying, you know, you're going to want to get cold, you're going to want to get lightning or fire, and you're just going to want to even them out. You're going to want attack speed on the gloves. That's mandatory. And for clear, you are going to want to use Trampletoe. And since I'm a Titan, I threw these bad boys in there. If I remember, I'll put it on for bosses. And that is enough talking. It has been a day. My throat hurts. I'm tired. I can't imagine the reason I'm slurring my words. I can't even imagine what that could be from. We're going to be running a bunch of maps. All of them negative resistance, because in my mind, which is obviously flawed, when I was playing my blacksmith, it had maximum resistances as like its core mechanic. So I was like, oh, I don't want to run these maps at reduced maximum resistance. That goes against my core mechanic. But there is no better build to run reduced maximum resistances. than the blacksmith. The Titan, not the best build to do this, but you know what? I'm running out of map space and I have a bunch of these negative resistance nodes and I'm just trying to travel, right? I need to get one more of these bad boys to be at 15. And this tower right here, he's looking kind of funky. Look at him. He looks like he's got a little bit toxic. He's playing Britney up in that bitch. So I'm gonna just run my happy little ass down there. Wait, is that in the works? Did I die on that map? I think I might have died. Or I opened it and didn't go in? We'll find out. I opened it and didn't go in. Alright, here we go. We are going to be listening to Shin Megami Tensei 4 OST. Just in case you wanted to know. I play video game music while I play because I'm not the biggest fan of the Path of Exile music. And, oh, that's way loud for everybody. Hold up. Turn you guys down. Let's turn me down a hair like this. So it's more ambient, not just like aggressively in your guys' way. And you're probably going to want to hear me grunt a little, so let's turn up my grunting. Get this sound right. There we go. Now we're going to hear a little bit more grunts. I know you guys like the grunting. Alright. Now that we got the audio, this is pretty smooth. Let's see what our objective is. We do have a boss in here. If these guys look at me wrong with elemental damage, I'm just gonna fold like a wet paper noodle. Just gonna fold. My money don't jingle or fold because I got none. I'm old. This is probably the fastest Path of Exile 2 build I've made. Alright, let's check this out. I pop these on. That's gonna shock the enemy. And let's get shocking. Scratch my nose real quick. Hit the sun. He's shocked up. I mean, obviously you can do more damage, but in my opinion, this is completely acceptable damage, assuming I survive it. Especially considering you don't have to worry about mana cost for that, even though your mana is fine. You can switch something else on, but one of the reasons I like Mace Strike versus anything else, obviously if you're using big two-handers, Mace Strike is not nearly as good. But with this rapid attack speed build, Mace Strike is really the only skill that benefits from the extreme attack speed. It really is. You got Bone Shatter and you got Mace Strike, and that's pretty much it. There's that elemental resistance kicking in. But beyond that, there's not too many. Now you can use the fire one, but there's nothing that can pump it up. You can't get plus from levels, because it requires the mace to use, and it's a projectile skill, not an attack or melee, so you can't get plus to projectiles on maces, so there's just no way to pump it up. It's a pretty good spell. I don't like how much you have to run forward when using it, but it's still pretty solid across the board. And that increases with attack speed a lot. But beyond that, you're really kind of screwed. You don't have a lot that benefits from attack speed. Do this also have defensive layers that's strong out against me? I mean, I guess I should look at these here. Magic monsters. No. I'm not doing as much damage as I should. I don't know why. I just ran a map just before this, and it was Black and Decker Pekka Rekka and people. And now I am not. I did increase a lot more attack speed since I ran the first test. Maybe the attack speed's doing something wonky. And it doesn't seem like my explosions are popping off. Maybe just the map density. Maybe the mob density is too low. I don't know why I went up that way. That's not where I need to be. Actually, I could just leave this map. My objective is to be fast. But, obviously I'm not good at my objective. It is pretty zippy, though. As long as you don't run into shit, which you will run into shit. There's a lot of shit to run into. And you still have the leap slam if you want to do classic leap slam gameplay. But I leap slammed over the sun, and now my wings are melty. I have leap slammed too much. I am over the leap slam. And we are done. Boom goes the dynamite. Hopefully I didn't pick up too many items. I have a bad habit. Oh, that's what was going on. I forgot to put my Trampletoe on. I'm just gonna leave Trampletoe on. Me forgetting to put it back on is really gonna kill my vibe. It's gonna kill my buzz. It's gonna kill everything. So I'm just gonna leave it on. I don't really like... Oh, got a slight boner when I saw that spirit. I don't really like item swap and weapon swap shit. It's kind of cool that I have this little extra inventory, but all that does is hide whatever I put in that inventory from myself, and I don't really want to hide shit from myself. Okay, well this music is vibey, but I need something a little more upbeat. Let's go. What's some upbeat shit that we got? I don't want to. I've been doing too much Streets of Rage. I'll just do a Final Fantasy battle music. Mix. I gotta add mix because now it's just doing. There we go. We got a bunch of Final Fantasy battle music. Let's hope none of this is copywritten. Usually video game music isn't copywritten. But sometimes it is, and that's just super annoying. And it's much louder in my ears than it is in your guys'. Not that that matters to you, but you might be like, well, why even play music at all if it's so quiet? But it's jamming in my ears. The music is one of them subjective things. I can't play it too loud for you guys, because you guys likely don't like it. Ooh. Much better with the Trampletoes. Trampletoes are likely going to get nerfed, so I'd enjoy it while it lasts, because they can't have that going, you know what I mean? They can't have that perpetually going. It's too good for clear. It destroys the vision. And when I say the vision, I am joking around because it's fucking hilarious. And I hope they don't change the vision, because that's exactly what makes a good game, is a vision. You've never played a good game where you can't feel the individual developer's vision inside of the game. You pick the great 10 out of 10 game, and there is a vision behind that game that makes it great. The games that don't have that vision and that aren't great are games that are kind of milquetoast and bland. Very Diablo 4-esque. There wasn't one person that made Diablo 4. It was likely a big committee of a bunch of people who were like, how do we maximize profits? Where, I don't know who's in charge of the vision at POE 2. I think his name is Jonathan, but it might be other people. They're like, we want to create a new ARPG experience that's catered towards more hardcore players. So they're going for the hardcore. They don't care if they die. They don't care if they grind their gears. They're going for that player base. And I gotta admit, that's me. That's me. Now, yeah, I'm mostly a clown, but easy games just don't really appeal to me nearly as much as something that's going to give me a little bit of complexity. Like Diablo 3, I did enjoy because it offered... Okay, well, that didn't go where I wanted it to go. It offered the Greater Rift experience, right? You get a bunch of Greater Rifts, and it's pretty fun. You can get a little bit of difficulty out of the Greater Rifts, and that's pretty nice. But there was, beyond Greater Rifts, no real challenge. So I found myself quitting them leagues pretty quickly. And the main reason I played is doing like a 4-man or 3-man. I think 3-man was a little better than 4-man. 4-man got a little hectic. But a 3-man Greater Rift crew, a lot of fun in Diablo 3. Alright, that tea has cooled down nicely. It is ready to be consumed. What the fuck? No. Why are you talking in my songs? And you know what? Sure, it's old and I've listened to it a ton, but it just seems to work better. I didn't want music where someone's talking into my ears. So let's just do, let's let them pick it. I'm gonna go to my mixes. Here, you guys wanna see what I listen to? These are my mixes. I try to keep the video game ones all by themselves, but this song is fantastic. So are these. Some doof punk, some guitar shit. What if Korn sing? Informer. But we will try this one. Now we'll do Space Harrier. And there we go. Make sure it's all... Nope, we can't have you. And then I have to do this. Hide from mix. Hide from mix. Just to make sure it's only video game music. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But you know what? If I'm going to be mapping and I'm going to be chilling, this one's got too much non-video game music in it. I have to switch. No, it's getting some good shit down there. I don't know what you are. You're not. Because if one of these plays and it's, you know, not good. Splash wave. What the fuck is splash wave? Let's get rid of that. Alright. Music situated. And then hopefully I stop picking up items. I want to drop map in. Okay, we need a full one. You're a full one. You have to drop map in and then move. Drop map in, move. This is a build about speed. So my slow ass has to actually be quick. Or why have a build about speed if you play so slowly? A little, Space Harrier. How could you not like Space Harrier? You're a crazy person taking crazy pills. Did I have a boss? Nope, just a beacon activator, so I can skip all the rares if I really want to. It's not like they're gonna drop me any loot. You guys know what I'm fucking talking about. I thought I was getting a lot of loot. Someone mentioned they weren't getting a lot of loot. I was like, I've gotten a lot of loot. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, actually, I've done a lot of selling of items. I haven't gotten that much loot, to be honest with you. Maybe 30 divines found total. Yeah, most of my cash is actually coming from really good sales. I've had some solid item crafting, not crafting, getting lucky, finding an item that only needs one thing to be perfect. Or one thing I like to do is hit the market and I search for blue items that have 2 good rolls. Like when I'm at work in a meeting, I'll buy blue items that have 2 good rolls and not pay attention to the meeting, because fuck that shit, right? I'm a programmer. I don't care what these people say. I write code. Monkey. But go to big. While I'm at work, I will fucking load up. Nah, you take too long. We'll do bosses, and then we'll do double bosses. I fucking load up on a bunch of blue items with good bases, and I just start smashing them. Right? Seeing what I get. Seeing what the fuck I get. Sometimes I get some good shit. Sometimes they hit, and then I sell them right back. I mean, that's how I get most of my gear. My badass mace. I bought this guy. He had the +4 to melee skills and the attack speed. Those were the 2 most important ones. Everything else was exalt slammed. Which is pretty fucking lucky. Pretty fucking lucky. Alright, we got a untainted paradise over there. We are heading... I kind of think the bookmarks are pointless if you can't bookmark into the fucking... into the void. We got... Oh, there's some funky on that one. We can head that way. Obviously, I forgot where the other one was. So what do you guys think? I mean, the build's looking pretty good, right? Got a little boost in attack speed and damage, switched into a Titan. I lost some survivability in theory. In practice, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So let's take a look at what my attack speed is cooking. We are looking at a 4.838. In my head, I was getting to 5, but I was calculating the 50% wrong. I thought I was going to be getting 5% attack speed from a lot of those nodes, and I was only getting 4. So I lost quite a bit of attack speed, which is fine, I guess. But you know, I would have liked a little bit of attack speed. A little bit more attack speed. Okay, let's go. Let's cook. Not the best map for this build, but I can make it work. I can make it work. We don't need that Trant Shard. One thing I noticed is that I have Behead support on, and I don't think it counts if Trampletoe gets it. Or Herald of Fire. I'm running both Trampletoe and Herald of Fire. Getting some big boy explosions. I should put Molnir on here, right? It would totally make it a Molnir build. I was gonna do some meme shit with all that attack speed in Molnir. But, that fucking intelligence cost is such a pain in the ass to deal with. When you're like, when it's not a viable item. Because you unspec out of it. Drop the sun. Ooh, big hit. I might actually have to dodge, except for I didn't dodge. Oh yeah, I can't fuck around nearly as much as a Titan. Probably ought to just fix my damage so I kill him in one shot. Like, I can take the hit. I can stop picking up shit, dog. You don't need none of this. You don't need none of this. Oh, I did just get another breach stone. We'll run that right after this. See how this build does on a breach. This is a pretty good breach builder because you can, you know, there's nobody over here, so let's go see if there's someone over here. Oh look, there's people. Got an extra splinter. An extra thing to bend over and pick up. Show my fat ass crack. I missed the content. I think it was up here at the start. I think I saw it and went the other way. I don't care. Let's go to my big box. Big old fat box. Grab that. Let's put it in the hole. Let's put a pin in it. Go. Save. There, now I'm pinned up. And we go to the gate. We pop in that. And we just mate. Have a good time. Ooh, Castlevania. I'm almost fast enough in my regular attack to keep up. I mean, this is all Trampletoe. Without Trampletoe, I mean, I didn't have it on a little while back. You saw how bad it was. This does not work without Trampletoe. Which does make me pretty sad, because all I'm doing is abusing a mechanic that is obviously way overtuned. And this isn't actually a viable build. It's just a viable build in pretend. Because these Trampletoes will be nerfed. There's just no way they're going to keep them. Or they'll move them to a fucking rarity where you'll never be able to fucking use them. Yeah, because this amount of power should never be relegated to one item. When in comparison, every other item is so weak. So weak. And I do handle the biggest problem with it, the attack speed. Now the Leap Slam is pretty quick. I can't tell what's quicker, my build or Leap Slam. I think this is faster than Leap Slam. But Leap Slam's stability and slightly easier use might be faster because you'll see I get stuck on walls. It's so difficult for me to determine efficiency on a build in Path of Exile 2 compared to Path of Exile 1, because Path of Exile 1, how I would do that is I would just grab 10 atolls, I'd put on some music, I'd run 10 atolls and time it, and I'd just do the reds, right? I wouldn't modify it with anything, so all 10 atolls should be relatively similar, and they have a layout I can memorize, and I can just loop that layout, and I find out which one's the fastest, which one's the best. But because they're just throwing random maps at me, and I don't get to pick my map, and these maps are so poorly designed, well, poorly designed for flow, I'll say that, because, you know, they might have a little vision they're trying to do with that, but for flow, these maps suck a donkey dick. Let's see. This is going to be a pretty tough one. I think this is a level 4. I don't remember. 3 or 4. I don't know how to tell. Put on the shock. Oh, let's get some burn. Let's get some burn. What are you doing, dude? Well, that was that. Oh shit, I get multiple attempts. I always forget I get multiple attempts. I don't know why I'm choosing to use the slow-ass roll when I have the fastest skill in the game. And the answer is, I'm not very good at bossing. I'm not sure I'm swinging the right direction, but it's working, so I'll just keep it going. Yeah. I mean, that's good enough damage, right? Got the job done. Sure, I'm not one-shotting anybody, but it's working. It's fucking working. What the hell is that? I gotta do that now, or I'll forget forever. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was the last one. Additional breaches, close slower, more clasp hands, monster density. Definitely want the monster density. Oh yeah, monster density, open and close 30% faster. I'll try that. Are you a perfect roll? Well, you got that spells damage perfect, but you haven't got the cast speed perfect. 75% of cold resistance. What the shit is this? That is SL. That's what that is. That is a get off of my screen. Oh, wrong screen. Go to big boy. I bet these aren't very expensive. Next time I get a full one, I'm gonna price it out. Those are probably really cheap because I just got like a bunch really quickly. Let's put the Trampletoe back on. I remembered. I'm probably the slowest loot picker ever on the fucking planet. I see the loot and my brain just fucking freezes for some reason. It's like, pick it up, and it just won't fucking pick it up in time. At least that's what it feels like to me. Feels like I'm always just fucking slow as shit getting the loot. My little bro and I used to play like Diablo 2 where the loot is shared, so you gotta be quick. You do Stone of Jordan runs for Mephisto. And that son of a bitch got 100% of the Stone of Jordans. 100%. I got 0. So I pick shit up so slowly. I blew him the fuck up. I'm trying leech. It's disappointing. I got life and mono leech on a ring, so I have a little bit of both, but it is pretty disappointing. I still have to pop potions, so I might take it off. The life leech might be helpful though. God, so many obstacles everywhere. You see how I stepped backwards? Look at me. I'm holding the leap slam and he runs backwards. That is a big part of why I built this build. I was playing the regular, boring Trampletoe leap slam build, and the leap slam just kept malfunctioning on my ass. And I was like, what in the dick is this shit? So then I wanted something that was even more malfunctioning and even more chaotic. So then I got this bad boy. Pretty sure I killed all the yellows. Where's the fucking bars, dog? Can be down here. But this build feels like you're playing the fucking Juggernaut. You just spin and you run into things and they get out of your fucking way. I love it. And it's probably one of the more enjoyable builds that I've made in Path of Exile 2. And it's actually probably build worthy. I should probably make a build video on it. I mean, technically that's what this is, but not really. This is a video of me going from A to B with my newly assembled. Haven't exactly fine-tuned it yet. Was that like 300,000 a second or something? Whoa, I have to move. I'm not a Titan. I mean, whatever his face is anymore. Blacksmith. Sometimes I zone out while I'm whacking it. Oh shit, that kills me too. Okay. Titan life is rough. Titan life is rough. I'm gonna have to dodge and play the mechanics. Or find a skill that does more than Mace Strike. Which is actually kind of a shocking a hard task to accomplish. It's a good thing I could see what this guy's doing completely clearly. With his fucking name tag. And I was just missing him, wasn't I? Miss. Yeah, having concentrated effect on here. Really hard sometimes for hitting enemies. Life's a bit low, but when you row like I row, you don't need no life. Because you have no life. We are heading over that way. I think this is going to be the shortcut. You got all this way, but it's like bam, bam, shortcut. Shawty. Again, all these maps are dog shit fucking reduced resistances maps. Which is why I didn't... Anytime I see reduced resistance, I don't bother keep pumping. I stop the pump. Yeah, I took a lot of hits. What do they got? Monster damage. Yeah, ain't got nothing. He just took a lot of hits. How cute. They came in pairs. Like pajamas and bananas. Something about running downstairs. All the rares are gonna be dead. Yeah, this build pops off and then it pops on. It's like, I'm gonna pop on, and then I'm gonna pop off. And popping on apparently is the bad one, because when you pop off, that's good. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know what the hell just happened there. My character just went to limbo. His body left his soul for a little bit. Get me on this fucking beach. Yeah, there we go. Get me on this fucking beach, dog. Yeah, in the right conditions, I do think it's faster than the Leap Slam build. But those right conditions just don't exist that frequently. Don't exist that frequently. Oh yeah, look at that shit. I just skipped all of that madness. Ooh, I got it. I got it. I got the bonus. You trying to... I was gonna say you trying to throw hammer on the gods on me, but whatever he was trying to do, he did it. He done did it. I used to care when I died. Then I hit level 92. Now I don't give a fuck. I got a few other games under the pipeline that I'm gonna be playing soon. A little too groggy and tired to play those ones. It's a story-based game, not Claire or whatever. And I want to be able to pay attention to the story and not be drowsing off. Those games, if you stop paying attention to the story for a few seconds, the whole game falls apart. And if you're just like, oh, I don't really know what's going on, then there's no point in playing it. So you do gotta pay attention a lot more than you do with something like Path of Exile. Path of Exile, you just look at this map here, and you just go, oh, where did you guys come from? Yeah, this map's not great. Not great at all for this. Too many doorways, too much bullshit. Let's kill these two and then head up in it. And play Space Harrier theme again. Can I get into it from there? I cannot. Hopefully we get at least one map that demonstrates and displays the speed. I mean, technically I just showed it right there in a pretty good fashion, but... Gotta see the knockback. I mean, I tried to pick it up, but it didn't want to be picked. wildwood. We're getting, oh man, I got baited. I was like, it's gonna be the best shortcut I've ever seen, but it ain't gonna cross over. I'm hoping it's gonna tower here and then I can loop up. If not, then Delupa fucked me. Oh, bitch. I am the Juggernaut. Got that headhunter bonus. Blowing bitches up. Let's give Leap Slam a shot. Yeah, it's definitely faster than Leap Slam. At least the way I play Leap Slam. Okay, we got a guy up here. Actually, we just have one guy down here, I think. And then he's the last one up there. Shouldn't be indecisive like that. Oh no, there is two more down there. Man, I fucking hate this bullshit. That's next to a teleport. I'll make sure to teleport back up. Why can't I get this little map and just move it right here in the middle? Where the fuck's the elite, dog? Oh, he's up there. I just mentioned about how I would teleport up there. Clear. And now I'm done with the annoying maps. Now I can just roll these guys and they'll be less annoying. Identify. Yeah, pump you up, boy. Yeah, pump you up. Given that I'm a Titan, I should pump up one less, but you know, fuck that. Pump up one last. Who the fuck they think I am? You know I like that maximum pump. Oh my god, that was awful. I just did like the worst. Avoided that yellow at the top. This terrain shit is so annoying. These maps are as anti-flow as possible. There's never a heavy flow day with these maps. Fuck you, quill rats. Move those fucking sticks. I don't need those sticks in my map. I'm trying to zoom. I got this dread in the pit of my stomach about the prospects of Cyclone being fucking lame or not in the game. Because they really fucking hate Cyclone. Cyclone is like my favorite skill. This plays a lot like Cyclone. I'm only doing that because I want to teleport out, and I know you guys are going to be dicks. See, fucking told you guys you would be dicks. Maybe I can teleport out now. I'm not even sustaining my exalted orbs in these maps. Didn't I just fucking run this map? Oh no, obviously it's where my little face is. It's a pretty groovy cover of the Afterburner track. Looks like it's a part of the Bayonetta soundtrack. I don't like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. I've never been motivated to try to like improve my score in a game like that. And it's all about like fashion points. It's like figure skating, but video game form. So you gotta do the perfect figure skate so the judges will give you a 10 out of 10. Same with like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Nah, I didn't fuck with none of that. Yeah, this build I can fucking, this map I can fucking cook on. Of course, you know, they always gotta put some rocks in there. God forbid they let you just have an easy flow day. Who's got mana burn now, motherfuckers? Why am I picking stuff up? I don't need to pick any of that up. You don't need to pick anything up. We're cruising. We're trying to get to level 15 to max out your Atlas passive points. Map completed, we get the fuck out. Yeah, it's cutting over, baby. I hate the end game. I hope they decide that they're gonna scrap this whole thing. This is just tedious to me. Like, you know what I mean? I would much rather prefer it just be one map and I can customize that map and I don't have to move fucking nowhere. It's cool when you get special maps and stuff, but like, I don't like it. Or if they made it more like Delve. Wait, why can't I go here? Wait, hold up. Okay. I'm fine with skipping a few beats. Yeah, let's fucking go here. Or like Delve. In Delve, it's kind of like one direction. You can kind of go left and right a little bit, but for the most part, you're just going in a straight line. And you can do that a little bit here, but eventually you hit like an ocean or something, and it's going to make you turn around or go a different direction. I don't know, I'm just not hot on it. I'm also not hot on the maps. Obviously, you know, big complaint of the whole fucking town about having all these obstacles in the way. They're probably fine for everybody else, but like, this build in particular, very sensitive to fidgets in the map. Dude almost fucking slaughtered my dick off. But I sucked him off first. You can do it, buddy. Nope, you don't need to get stuck on the stalagmite. You can go. Or you can use a little bit of leap slam from time to time. Oh, there's nobody over. Oh, that's probably where the boss is, though. Yeah. Almost turned around, didn't go to this fuckhead again. He's gonna kill me. Mostly because I can't see his fucking attacks. Yep. Called it. Well, that was the benefit of the... What's that fuckhead? The blacksmith. Is the blacksmith just survived everything? And this guy doesn't. But he is a little... just a hair faster. And, you know, I got used to the blacksmith. I got used to just not having to move while fighting bosses. And, one thing about me is once my muscle memory kicks in and learns something, it is very, very hard to learn it differently. I've learned a couple, guitar songs incorrectly, and because my muscle memory has learned them incorrectly, I will play them incorrect for the rest of my life. There is no changing that. My Freebird solo sounds a little funky. It's got character. And by character, I mean wrong notes. Bad tempo. But I played it wrong for 10 years. It'll be wrong forever. Definitely wouldn't recommend this build if your objective is to level up. I mean, you can obviously make it more tanky. But if you're looking to kind of cruise from place to place, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. Oh, there it is. There it is. We're almost done. We are almost there. It is almost ham sandwich time. You cutting through? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 no matter how I go. Fucking wars. They should give me a lot of remixes. I can fuck with that. No, I don't need that. What the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck about no essence. I don't think I've used a single essence in this game. As soon as they made them dog shit, they were like, you liked Essence in Path of Exile 1? Well, you're gonna fucking hate Essence in Path of Exile 2. Boy, let me tell you what, they're gonna be the most useless pieces of turds ever. Damn, didn't even see that one trigger. Oh yeah, I want to race this fuckhead. Last time I raced his ass to the elite, I was able to kill the elite before he got there, so we had to switch his target. Yeah, switch your target, bitch. Out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. Gotta kill this bitch before the bitch. Yeah, you ain't got no one. You ain't got fucking no one to kill, buddy. You can't keep up with this. Keep up, motherfucker. We're heading this way. We're heading this way. Come on, you got it. Follow along. Where you going now, huh? You gonna go all the way back to the beginning? Well, I'm gonna beat you there. Let's go, you slow piece of shit. Fuck you. I beat you. You lose. I win. I'm the best. You're a piece of shit. I don't even read them. I used to read them when I cared whether I lived or died, but now that I have no fear, like the clothing brand from the 90s, I don't gotta worry about that shit. Let me smash, motherfucker. Yeah, sometimes you'll get stuck where you can't hit nobody and you can't move and you just swing, 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 swing. Like Barry Bonds hitting a ball with a double ioctomy. Or Doug from the best movie ever, The Cutting Edge. Lost his eye in a hockey accident, had to do figure skating. Couldn't let his skate skills go to waste. And that Kate was a snotty little bitch. That's my favorite kind. I hate a girl who's too cute. Acts all prim and proper. Nah, I want a bitch with an attitude. One I can grab the hair with when she gets lippy. Yeah, that's not what I'm fucking talking about. Of course, I went in for that battle and I got Rock'em Sock'em roboted. But you know what? I don't even give a shit. Objective of this build was not survivability. The objective of this build is speed. But then again, if you take into consideration the deaths, maybe it ain't so fast. I mean, the Leap Slam build doesn't die at all. A bit of a lie, but for the most part it don't. If you play it right and you got enough currency into it. I don't know why I pumped this up all the way. It's a fucking dead node. I guess I didn't have towers on them anyways. You'll see that the vast majority of my deaths are skill slash focus related. Like there'll be a bunch of lightning balls on the ground from an on-death effect, which they should totally remove from the game completely, and they've needed them removed from the game entirely. Just because Diablo 2 had on-death effects does not mean that every other ARPG that comes after it needs on-death effects. Well, that's a different fucking topic for a different fucking day. But when they have those on-death effects, what you're supposed to do, you see when they're on the ground and they make all kinds of noise and they shake about, you're not supposed to stand in them when they blow up. I mean, this is advanced Path of Exile techniques, so it might be a little too advanced for a lot of you guys. It was too advanced for me. The concept of not standing in a big bright electric thing goes completely out of the window when there's a piece of loot underneath that big bright electric thing that's about to blow up. Map completed. I completed the sump. We gotta... let's pump this bitch up all the way. Let's have the one. Thought I had a second one in there. Extra damage is cold. Max reduced player resistances. Why they gotta do me dirty like that? Why do they gotta do me dirty like that? Odds of success, 32%. Odds of success if I grab this thingy right here, 27%. Don't worry, I almost picked it up, but I'm glad I failed. Oh, I just got fucking looked at. Whoop! And poofed right over. Map tab. Fucking less recovery rate. Ugh. I mean, yeah, it might have been at 0%. I might have overestimated my chance of clearing that map. What is this? Shirking Spire? Don't like this map. Look up these fucking rocks everywhere, breaking my goddamn flow. I don't like when I see a yellow over here and then I hit tab and he vanishes. Just monkeying around, boys. You're about to get the monkey. You can't handle the monkey. See these things. What you're supposed to do is you're not supposed to stand in them. I was real big brain there by not standing in them. Gotta say, that was some elite gamer moments right there. Oh, it's definitely gonna be down here. I got drunk. Fucking didn't go to the right spot. Boom, baby. Now we're done. Let's get the fuck out. Let's see. Hit that big boy. Take a dump. Unload it. I don't know. 5% chaos damage. Let's see, let's do bosses. I want some BrEEEECh up in this bitch. Some BrEEEECh. And let's irradiate this shit. I don't even read it because I don't give a fuck. Enfeeble. Definitely better than Timpy Chains. Let's do the boss. Augury or Seepage. Seepage. I would do a playtime to get a count on how long it took me to unlock level 15 of my Atlas passive. But I leave this bitch on while I'm at work, so I'm not actually playing, so that's not an accurate number. Alright, yeah, I definitely need that, what the fuck are you? I've never even seen you. I think I definitely need that life regeneration. That whole cluster that I didn't pick up. I think. I mean, I guess this map isn't so bad. Now that they, you know, came to their fucking senses and realized a 10-second wheel pull just to make the game longer than it otherwise has to be is a bit unacceptable. I'm kind of glad they came around on there. They abandoned a part of their vision, which apparently is 10-second lever pull. I remember playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and you get to the sewers, and you have to do that stupid ass pump game with Tifa and Aerith. Oh my fucking god, I almost quit. I should have quit. That game just got worse and worse and worse. And, wasted my fucking time. Path of Exile has a little bit of that time wasted in it too. If this combat wasn't so fucking good, I don't know why. It's hard to place it why it's so good, but it just feels fucking good to me. But if it wasn't so good, I wouldn't be playing. I do need to quit though. It's a bit addicting. It's funny, because last league, I was like, we are playing the worst version of Path of Exile 2 that will ever exist. It's like, this is the worst it will ever be. They're gonna patch it, and every single time they're gonna make it better. And you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. GGG was like, challenge accepted, fuckface. We're gonna make it work. God damn it. See, you know how fucking quick I would be there right now if the fucking maps were built right? Come on. Come on. Let me at it. Let me at it. What's up, brah? Ooh, firm bracers. I mean, I might as well hit this bitch. It's right here. It's free real estate. I'm gonna pick up the breach splinters. I mean, it's not like I have any issue killing them. Though I don't know exactly how breach propagates. I don't know if you have to kill to make breach propagate more, or if it just is randomly set. I don't really understand how the circle works. I know how the circle jerks, but not how the circle works. We're getting close. We're getting close. Wait, why am I trying to corrupt it? Because I know it will make the map fucking thick. I gotta give myself the greatest chance of death. Now, with that stun build up, attack speed. Yeah, because, you know, I traveled all this way to get to a corrupted nexus. I gotta make it so I fail the corrupted nexus for your guys' entertainment. So I had to corrupt that map and throw it in here. Another fucking augury. It just feels real bad when you get your least favorite map twice in a row. I'm not sure this is my least favorite map, but this is someone's least favorite map, and I just got it twice in a row. Get the fuck off of me. These fucking corrupted monsters, they spawn, you can't hit them, and you also can't walk through them. I think they need to change that design. I think in Path of Exile 1, it didn't work that way. So Path of Exile 2 and 1 are so different that it's kind of pointless to even say anything that Path of Exile 1 does versus what Path of Exile 2 does. Death. I knew it would fucking happen, especially with that stun. They just like stun, 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 stun. And now, I feel real good. I feel really good. Really fucking good. about putting this game down for a little bit. Thank God. Because it no longer contains a corrupted Nexus boss, right? After you fail it? 'Cause it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's all gone. I don't know why they would continue to show what it used to have, just to be a dick. Like, do these ones show what they used to have when you complete them? Nope. 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 Why do you still show what you have? You're not in progress. I died. Anyways. That is this build. Nice and fast. Nice and turbo. Defense is not that great. These are always fun. Defense is not that great. Defenses are not the objective. The objective is speed and power. You can't reduce your damage too much more for more attack speed, because you need those hits to, you know, do the overkill damage. I didn't know those guys could show up in here. I've been pretty underwhelmed by the Rogue Exiles. I was pretty excited by it. I actually pathed into it at the beginning. With the prospect of getting a bunch of really good uniques, because the first Rogue Exile I fought gave me a mace I used for basically the entire fucking game. And now they're just giving me all this fucking dog shit. Alright, so I played for about an hour. That is my hour allocated to this game today. I'm gonna do a bunch of shit and then go back to work. Ooh, that guy. And that's all I get. Couple hours a day. Yeah, you go here. You go there. And then you go in the fucking trash. Fuck you. Alright, I'll check you guys later.